What's your best shot?
If I have to give a best shot, I would say I have a pretty good serve. The truth is, I really thought I had a good serve. And honestly, at lower levels, I did. So my serve, it had good placement. I could hit it pretty low and deep into the corner. And most players didn't know whether to hit it before the glass or after the glass. It looked like a good serve until I moved to Spain. And then I realized my serve wasn't a weapon. It was actually more of a liability. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Before filming this video, I studied all of the best serves in the world. And one thing you'll notice is they all have different styles, different speeds, different motions, but there are a few things that they all have in common. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. But before I go any further, I want to ask you a really important question. When you're returning a serve, what makes it most uncomfortable for you? I want you to pause the video. Actually think about it or even write it down. For me, it's the effect that the ball comes with. It's not being able to predict where it's going. It's the depth and precision of the ball, and also the rush that the opponent gives and me not being able to return it fast enough. And I believe it's similar for most players. So in this video, we're gonna go through each of these points and show simple ways that you can add them to your serve. So number one, the effect of the ball. One of the common things if you watch any of the professional players serve is that their motion always comes from high to low. So oftentimes in amateur matches, you might see a serve come from low to high or even flat. But if you want to get that slice effect, it's super important that your motion comes from high to low. So having an effect with your ball, it kind of changes the direction and it also allows for a lower rebound. So to create this effect, you always want to have your racket starting from higher. You want to brush the back of the ball. So you want to be coming from up to down, high to low, and you want to brush the ball. Another very important detail that a lot of people ignore is where you bounce the ball. If you're bouncing it too close to your body, you're not going to have that nice full extension. You're going to be like kind of squished up. If you're dropping the ball too far from your body, you're going to feel like you have to reach for the ball, and that's not going to allow you to control the ball. So a good rule of thumb is kind of to use your arm length distance. It's pretty much a straight arm for where you're going to bounce the ball. And the direction of where you place the ball is actually controlled by your point of impact. So where you bounce the ball is going to distinguish where you aim your ball. Remember, your point of impact always dictates the direction of the ball. So for example, if you hit more in front of you, you're going to be aiming more to the cross, whereas if you're going to hit more to the side of you, you're going to aim more to the tee. And this is coming from the right side. From the left side, it's actually the opposite. Number two is having an unpredictable serve. This one is super important. When I first moved to Spain, I kind of have one serve, but after 2 or 3 returns, any good player could solve that. You need to have at least 3 strong directions: to the corner, to the body, and to the tee. Another mistake that I used to make is that I used to stay far in the right corner, and as a right-sided player, that's the position where it's easiest to hit to the corner, which was my serve, right in the corner to the glass. Let me show you what I mean. So I used to stand right about here because it allowed me to have such a good angle to get to that corner right here on the opposite side. I now stand in the same place for all of my serves, which is more or less in the center, kind of around this area here. Whether I'm aiming to the corner, to the body, or down the tee, I'm gonna be here. So this way my opponents don't know which serve I'm about to throw. How I determine the direction of my ball is where I bounce it, right? And the point of impact. And that is something that from the other side of the court, your opponents can't really see. Your body position should not give away your intention. Another very important thing is memorizing or tracking your serves. Remember where you hit the last 3 balls so that on the 4th one, you can change it up and surprise your opponent. This definitely helps with being unpredictable. So maybe hit 3 serves to the corner, to the corner, to the corner, and then remember, okay, this is my 4th serve. He's probably expecting me to do the 3rd one at the corner again. Surprise him, change it up, and hit it down to the tee instead. So very important, track your serves so that you can change it up and know what your opponent may be expecting. So you already know, to be unpredictable, you should have more than one serve that works for you, that's for sure. You want to not be able to give away your intention with your body position. You want to track your serves so that you can surprise and switch it up on your opponent. And another big one is that you can also change your speeds. You don't always have to hit at the same velocity. So you can hit slower with more effect, or you can hit faster with less, just to surprise your opponent sometimes. Next is depth and placement. You'll notice that most professionals, when they serve deep. Why? Because a deep serve pushes your opponent back. Let me show you what I mean. So when a ball comes deep, you'll feel the discomfort because it kind of pushes you back and you're forced to kind of return while you're moving backwards. I mean, we've all been in that position, right? Whereas if a ball bounces in front of me, it's a lot easier for me to come forward and even return with a lob. So another thing that makes me uncomfortable with a deep ball is that it kind of reduces my possibilities. I may be able to hit to the center, I may be able to hit straight, but it's going to be a lot harder for me if my racket is close to the glass to try and hit cross. So at the end of the day, the best return would be a lob. And having a ball with a lot of effect or that is super deep makes it very difficult to lob. Likely you're going to have to return flat and straight. When I first came to paddle and started playing, I played with a lot of girls that actually used to hit a short ball and even try and do like a drop shot serve sometimes to get their opponents to run. But this is actually super ineffective because if you're dropping the ball in front and your opponent runs up, that gives them the net advantage, which is actually the advantage of having the serve. It allows you to run up first and get that net position. So when you are serving deep allows you to have time to go to the net, and having time allows you to be in a good position to attack. And next is being in control of that net position. And there's a few ways that you can make sure that you always have that advantage. One is actually the position in which you hit the ball. Like I said earlier, when I used to make my serves, I used to stand far on the right side because it gave me that good angle to hit right near the corner and to the glass. However, when I was playing diagonally, for me to be able to run up into my position, it was a lot further for me to reach. So standing in the middle center position allows that distance from me to the net after I make my serve to be a lot shorter. Another thing is the speed of your serve. If you have a nice, consistent and powerful serve, that's great. But your serve also has to allow you enough time to reach the net position. If you're serving super fast, but you're not able to run to the net as fast as your serve, your opponent, you've seen it many times, I'm sure it's happened to you, it's happened to me before, where you serve, but you're not able to make the net position, and then your opponent returns down the line, and then the point's over, they make the point on you. So it's super, super important to choose a speed that you can be consistent with and that you can make the net position with. If you're hitting a super fast ball that's really effective or hard to return, if you're not able to get to the net at that speed, you're losing your advantage.
So a fun fact is that only 2 to 3% of serves are actually winners. If you think that your serve is to win the point, you're misunderstanding the purpose of the serve. Your serve is to set you up to control the rally. Another really important thing to mention here, and you'll see in the way that Alba serves here, she does it, you kind of have to step forward into your serve, let your body weight take you into the direction of the ball. This way you are not losing time. I see oftentimes, and I've done it myself, I serve and I wait and then I run. And every little millisecond counts. You have to calculate that part of your serve is moving forward. So you want to kind of lean into your serve and step forward with it so that you can make the net position faster.
So now we are going to do a little challenge competition to see who has better precision, and also at the same time we can practice our precision because precision is super important for our serves. So we have 3 balls set up on the other side of the court, one in the tee and one in that right side corner near the glass, and we're going to see which one of us can hit it first. Talk into my mic because you don't have one.
Oh, okay. It's time to beat this girl.
So I'm going to try and do the serve with the good form. Ah, whew. Close, but not quite there. Woo! Too much effect. Ah,
Too flat.
no, impossible. Oh, way too deep. No, what was that? I'm not gonna say anything.
I know this is the one. Doesn't even have to...
Woo!
Come on.
I knew I was gonna win.
The shittiest serve. Now we can put it into play how bad that serve was. Well, it flowed like a balloon.
Well, maybe you have to slow down your speed so that you can be more precise.
Okay. Alright, let's do the T now. No! Oh my god!
No, 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 you can't go twice. So, I guess what can we say? Like, it's a tie because she got one, I got one,
It's a tie?
I guess. Do you want to battle it out with push-ups or?
Of course. Alright, and I just wanted to say an extra thing about the serve. This year in 2026, they have put a new rule towards the serve, and is that now you have to always hit the ball behind the service line or in your box. Like, for example, if I'm serving this side, imagine that I serve with my backhand, I couldn't touch the ball here because I'm already passing the limits of my box. So I have to hit here behind this line and behind this line. So before, it was very common to see like you throw the ball and you would hit it maybe just a bit before the line, and now this is considered a fault. So it's something just to think about when you play your competitions. I think probably if it's not very like an official competition, it's probably not a big deal, but yeah, some referees can give you problems with that.
And since we are on the topic of rules, if you guys are not familiar with all of the rules about serving, if you're just new to paddle and you're unsure about a few of them, you can check out our video. I will link it here. How to Play Paddle, the ultimate guide, I believe it's called, something like that. I will link it here just in case I didn't say the title correctly. But basically it's a video where I cover everything you need to know about paddle, and that includes all of the rules except this new one that was just enforced. So in there you'll be able to know all the rules about serving and more. Alright guys, so that wraps up our video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a like. It really helps us out a lot. And let us know if the video was helpful for you. And also if there are any other specific shots that you want, some advice on, or if there's anything in particular that you'd like to see in our content, let us know. It helps us out a lot. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Ah!